All right, let's go. Card number 1, put in the center. Cross it. Next one's above it. Next one's below it. Can't see it.
Oh. See it now?
Yeah. Next one's the Queen of Pentacles to the left. Next one to the right. 4 up the side. And 3 up in the fan shape. Okay, now interestingly enough, we have context. What do I mean by we have context? We have a big story associated with the earth sign woman, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Now, 2 of you had an earth sign woman, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Yes? Okay, we have context. You will need to be very careful here, because I do know that the Strength card and the Ace of Pentacles is one thing. I do know that the Empress card and the Ace of Wands is something. I do know that the Empress card and the Ace of Pentacles together is something else. I do know that the Empress card and the Ace of Wands is something else together. And be very, very aware of what's in the sphere of self, what's in the sphere of the environment, and what's the outcome.
So there's a pregnancy?
No. See, you're getting confused again. Remember I was saying be very careful. The Ace of Wands is not with the Empress card, Victoria. It's in the sphere of the environment.
Oh, yep, I had a brain fart there. Sorry.
It's saying one very simple thing, and it does relate back to the series of 3 cards that we saw earlier, but not the one specifically associated with the Earth Sign woman's work, although it could be connected to that.
Is it just some discussions about property?
No, it's a statement. We don't go into discussions about. It's a statement. What's the first thing that you notice about all of this?
Pentacles is what I noticed.
Pardon?
I noticed lots of pentacles. That was the first thing that I noticed.
Is it? The first thing that I notice is that it's extremely productive.
Yeah, it's this.
The fact that you're breaking it down to lots of pentacles is getting in your way. It's a cool thing to do, but the first thing that you look at, the first thing I look at, Queen of Doom, is what bothers me. That's the first thing I look for. I don't see anything. And that's the first thing I tell the client. There is nothing about what I'm going to tell you that's bothersome. There is no shit in here whatsoever. There's a major big deal about a property transaction taking place, and it's all ahead go. That's pretty much it.
How does the outcome?
What's the Queen of Pentacles' position in all of this?
Oh, in the past.
Don't cherry pick your cards. Look at the whole thing. What's the Queen of Pentacles' position in all of this? Her position in all of this is unquestionable. She has no doubt. There is no pessimism. There is no opposition anywhere. These are the things what you cross off in the first 10 seconds of looking at a reading. There is nothing. The Emperor card is her, so she's the authority. The fact that the center in here, her position. Look at that Strength card crowned by the 9 of Pentacles. Her position is, it's unqualifiable. It just can't be, it can't be broken down. Is she gorgeous? Yes. Does it have to be physical beauty? No. Beauty's beauty. Okay, that's important. Now, what I'm very aware of with this property situation is where it is. She knows exactly what she wants. And she's on the lookout, and she's got the money. Where does she want? Halfway between where and where?
Coastal.
A smaller.
Halfway between the city and the coast. That's a 3 to the side. Is she in a hurry, or is she on the lookout for it?
She's waiting.
Remember syntax? You could say to me she's prepared to wait.
Yeah.
Being prepared to wait is not the same as waiting.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear the difference?
Yeah.
She's got everything she wants. She knows everything that she's going to do. She's completely clear about all of it. Everything is green lighted all through the center. Everything is green lighted. The fact that she knows where she wants to be, if that was in the Byron region, for example, it'd be halfway between Brisbane and Newingstale. It could be halfway between sort of like any major capital city and a coastal area that's lovely. And she's prepared to wait. She's prepared to wait. That's what I would say about that Four of Swords, but it's not in the center. If it was in the center, she would be waiting. Get it?
Mm.
But she's got all her metaphorical ducks in a row. Everything is her head go to do with the way she lives, which is also the Empress card. The money, that's all there. Her position and her knowledge and her awareness, that's all the two in the middle. The Strength card crowned by the Nine of Pentacles. She's mistress of all she beholds. She is very aware of who she is and what she's going to do. The fact that the Emperor sits in the sphere of self also says that she's educated in what she's doing. It doesn't say it's an educational body. It doesn't say she's the teacher. It just says she's educated in what she's doing. And the Ace of Wands is the green light. Would I pay attention to the Queen of Swords? No. The air sign woman is a consideration in the productivity of the entire map in front of you, but she's not the overall big deal. She's actually not even a manifestation of reality. She's just sitting in the sphere of hopes and fears. So know what each card represents. Remember, the central theme is center, but the one that crosses it doesn't necessarily cause it problems. It can simply amplify or give an adjective to the central theme. In this instance, is what's her position? Say the word. Strong. How is that amplified? By the quality of what she does. Is the whole plan Empress? It's beautiful. So this woman knows about beauty, or she is beauty. All that. But the Empress and the Emperor are both there. So that the Emperor card if it was at the very foundation, she'd be dealing in a man's world. She could be dealing with council. She could be dealing in here with a community organization, but she's not. It's not the central thing. It is up to the side, and it is in the sphere of self. So she is educated in what she's doing. And with the Ace of Pentacles, she's got the money. So if you've got the money, you've got the beauty, you've got the consciousness, you've got the go-ahead, and you've got the education, what do you do when you want a place? Four of Cups.
Mm-hmm.
Look for what's available. You can't take the King of Pentacles into, don't think it's for him, because it's not. He's off to one side, so he's not central. You want me to tell you?
Please.
A woman loses custody of her child to the man. Now, you've got to ask yourself one extra thing. Is this a little child or is this an older child? It's an older child.
Oh.
It's an
Older
older
child, because in the sphere of self, of whoever your client is, and it's not saying who your client is, the sphere of self says that the person you're reading for is older. And you're not going to have a 50-year-old woman with a 2-year-old child. Is she prepared? Is she anything she can do?
No.
No, not with the Hangman.
That's not with the Hangman, thank you. How long has this been going on for?
4 years.
Since the child.
4 or 5 years, I'd be saying, because that Five of Swords comes in there as the fight, the argument, and it could also be a time sequence. All right. So the earth sign man there, that Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo man, is obviously the past partner, and then probably the father of the child, because he's pretty much like gloating. But he can travel with the child, but the person concerned, the mother, she's stuck. Was it you earlier that got the eight of wands with the Seven of Wands with the Five of Wands?
Yeah.
How fucking funny is that? Because this is a follow-on from that. So bear in mind those first three. And it's also very, very important when you're doing a reading to never forget any of the maps that you see. And you won't once you get used to it, whatever comes before it is going to stick in your consciousness, and you're going to start to see these patterns all across an entire reading. You don't want to get trapped in that. The whole property deal is productive. The whole property deal is done. And what's the person, of course, there is a person who is a key in here. A key feature is the King of Cups in the middle. The King of Cups in the middle comes up with the opportunity, comes up with the suggestion. It could be a person in passing. It could be your client. It could be your client's partner. It could be your client's father, your client's fucking brother. It makes no difference. The suggestion gets made guilelessly. There's nobody wants to benefit from the suggestion, which is that Four of Cups. But what actually happens for your client is they get back to where they are with people that they love. Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, with the past. So there is a hint. And of course, with the King of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Seven of Wands, that's when she gets the phone call. That's when she or he gets the email. That's when they get the information. It's like, he comes up with the suggestion. Seven of Wands is when they get the phone call with the confusion. There's the victory card in the property. Hey, there it is. Is it a bit of a way away? Three of Wands. Could be the time of Taurus, because the end of April, 21st of April to 21st of May is what? Star sign.
Taurus.
Taurus.
Okay, so the outcome is the Page of Pentacles. Can indicate the sign of Taurus. Okay, particularly if we're looking at this in March, when on the equinox, we get to the same time in April, we're in the time of Taurus, aren't we? So it could be as little as 3 weeks away. This has not got anything to do with money exchanged. It's got nothing to do with it. Again, there's no stress in here, none. It's a relief. This map that you're looking at is a relief. Because, yeah, there's sort of that sense of the Fool card hanging over their head, but the foundation is love, isn't it? So there's that thing of honor, reciprocity, mutual respect, all those things, the foundation of why he makes the offer. Or what the key he comes up with, the solution he comes up with, which is the victory to do with the property. So it is directly in reference to those first three that came out to do with the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, which is in here again, and the Five of Wands, which was the multiple occupancy. So that doesn't leave your consciousness if you're doing the same person and the same amount of information. Yes, the Page of Pentacles could be a time sequence. You can also ignore that for the time being until you see more. It could also be a business proposition, small business proposition. All of that's background noise unless you've got something to back it up. You don't need that as a seer. You don't need to pull every card to pieces. You just need to go, how is this relative to what I saw a minute ago? Is it relative to what I saw a minute ago? Now, what I know about tarot is that it will stick on this. This is for you, but really important, that it'll stick on the same subject for every client. It will give maybe a variation of a theme in the warning map, which is the horse latitude. It may give a variation or specifics to do with questions, but it's going to stick pretty much with the same amount of information. But the thing to get in your minds, rather than confusion, is a Rubik's Cube. So before we had the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, which is on the table again, but this time we got a victory card with it. And we haven't got a victory card like a Chariot. So it's not after a lot of hard work. It's a victory because of the King of Cups. There's going to be an old friend going, oh, I saw your post about wanting a place. I know where there's a block of land you might want. It's that simple.
Did you also say the King of Cups can be the beloved? Did I hear you say that before?
Yeah, but I mean, but not necessarily, you don't have to go.
Map. Yeah.
But what the King of Cups is doing is making the suggestion, is coming up with this, that's the Four of Cups. If the person's looking to get this done and they may need a linchpin to make it happen, it's going to be that King of Cups, you see. So the King of Cups is obviously not your client because they're making the suggestion to your client.